Today, I'm excited to announce the next demo for Metal Mercs is incoming. In the first demo, I unveiled the first playable house, the Confederate Vanguard Union. Well, in the second demo, we're going to be expanding the game to add in the next playable house. This time, the Helios Sovereignty. I've prepared a video here today to tell you all about the Sovereignty, a bit of their lore and background, all about their unique weapons, and about some of their more iconic mechs. So hopefully this video gives you a tease of things to come. However, just like before, I'm scheduling a live stream where I'll be able to play the game, show it off, answer your questions, and just generally interact with you guys and show you some of the other features that are coming. So yes, there's going to be a new playable house, but there's a bunch of other features that I've been adding to the game as I've been continuing to build it, and I wanted to show those off as well. So this live stream is going to occur on Friday, September 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Mark your calendars, and I hope you can all make it. And if you don't, you can catch the recording of the live stream after the event. But without further ado, let me tell you a little bit about the Helios Sovereignty. Ruled by the cousin houses Aaron and Pain from the capital planet Lumina, the Helios Sovereignty is the wealthiest state in the core, its influence resonating like the sun's radiance across the realm. The Sovereignty is known for its opulent lifestyles and excess, and is also the esteemed patron of the crown, reaping benefits from its close ties to House Kaladin. Housing 9.7 billion citizens and a military force of over 270,000 mechs, the state is home to many of the richest families in the core, and its worlds are abundant in resources. Their emblem, a golden sun upon a crimson backdrop, embodies their ethos: wealth is power. The Sovereignty leadership is a shared position between the House Aaron Archon as head of state and the House Pain Archduke as supreme military commander. This unique bond between two houses of distinction forms the Sovereignty's bedrock. At the helm of House Aaron stands Archon Alyssa Aaron. Disguised within her beauty and kindness belies her formidable political acumen, an artistry that those who underestimate her have ruefully come to respect. In stark contrast, the Pain lineage displays no facade of gentleness. Archduke Arthur Pain is the head of House Pain. A harsh man, Arthur is known for his draconian leadership style. In recent years, he has taken measures to address the command issues in the military and has made progress in pulling the Sovereignty out of a period of decline brought on by years of nepotism, favoritism, and complacency. Despite being viewed by some as a tyrant, Pain's efforts and reforms have led to significant improvements in the Sovereignty's military. Within the House of Aaron are Alyssa's children, Ilara, Raven, Lex, and Aurora. Ilara is next in line to rule House Aaron and embodies her mother's grace, intelligence, and capability, though grapples with her own uncertainties, fearing that, when the time comes, she may not measure up to her mother's legacy. Raven is a deft diplomat and administrator who often helps keep the wheels of governance turning within the Sovereignty. Lex is a more impulsive individual, often eliciting exasperation from her family with her sometimes poorly considered actions. Yet she harbors a determination to serve her family and establish her role in the government. Meanwhile, Aurora, the youngest sister, shuns the political spotlight, opting instead to harbor aspirations of marrying and embracing the life of a socialite. Within House Pain, we find the three Pain sons: Alexander, Tauren, and Archer. Alexander is a manifestation of his father's stern resolve. Harsh and unforgiving, he does not tolerate fools or mistakes, and he commands an intensely loyal battalion of forces within the military. His brother Tauren is not a fighter or a warrior, but an intellectual who wields words as deftly as a blade. Lastly, there is Archer, who thrives on the battlefield's camaraderie, forming unique bonds with common soldiers, much to the chagrin of his father and eldest brother Alexander, who both deem such interactions as beneath the esteemed Pain name. While the Sovereignty's wealth and power are undeniable, their reputation for excess and political maneuvering triggers suspicion among many in the Corps. Case in point, their long-standing rivalry with the Starcrest Protectorate, stemming from their differing approaches and ideologies, stirs tensions that ripple throughout the region. Amidst this tapestry of ambition and grandeur, the Helios Sovereignty casts an enchanting glow, yet one that elicits wary glances from the Corps' vigilant denizens. The Sovereignty's military prowess is marked by expensive and advanced weaponry, meticulously designed for calculated, long-range engagements. The Sovereignty is well known for emphasizing missile launchers on their mechs, a weapon that is notorious for having expensive munitions, and thus, other houses use sparingly, if at all. The Sovereignty is also the only house to use magnetically accelerated cannons, or Mach guns, and long-range variants of the high-energy cannon. Mach guns are expensive and difficult to produce weapons that function as long-range counterparts to Vulcan cannons, utilizing high-powered electromagnetic chambers and metal slugs in lieu of combustible rounds. Long-range high-energy cannons are variants of the standard high-energy cannons that give extended range at the cost of generating more heat. With such long-range weaponry, the Sovereignty is renowned for its frequent engagements of enemy forces at long range, inflicting devastating blows upon adversaries before their foes even have the opportunity to retaliate, often securing victories with minimal damage to their own mechs. While such tactics can be effective, they can also be exasperating for those facing them. This approach is even deemed cowardly and dishonorable by the Starcrest Protectorate, leading to a deep-seated mutual animosity between the two factions. However, if opposing forces do manage to close the gap with the Sovereignty, they might encounter ill-prepared or inadequately trained troops, particularly among the command ranks, where appointments may have been influenced by lineage or wealth rather than ability. Lastly, beyond their focus on long-range weaponry, the Sovereignty is the only other power in the Corps besides the Union to field jump jets, giving some of their mechs maneuverability advantages over rough terrain. Sovereignty mechs are also slightly more compactly designed than mechs of other houses. This means that, ton for ton, Sovereignty mechs are a bit easier to transport and deploy. Mercenaries using Sovereignty mechs can usually therefore expect to gain a small tactical advantage against their adversaries, deploying slightly heavier mechs than their contracts would otherwise allow. Common Sovereignty scout mechs include the Messenger, Icarus, and Pegasus. The Messenger, tailored for long-range observation, is equipped with a light laser and a two-shot missile launcher. Its limited armor suits brief observation, limited long-range engagements, and swift retreat. Conversely, the Icarus excels in closer combat. It matches the Messenger's armor but boasts a light laser and a 4-shot rocket launcher, lending it increased firepower in combat. Finally, the Pegasus, a versatile energy-based mech, offers greater armor than its counterparts, mounting 3 light lasers and a medium laser. Overall, by Scout standards, none of these mechs qualify as particularly fast. While the Pegasus, the swiftest among the trio, nearly reaches traditional Scout speeds, the Messenger's pace aligns more with that of a mid-sized mech, and the Icarus's velocity falls in between. Notably, however, all 3 of these mechs are equipped with jump jets, affording them maneuverability to compensate for any speed deficiencies. For mid-size units, the Lamplighter, Paladin, and Guardian are common Sovereignty mechs. The Lamplighter stands as a mid-range brawler, boasting robust armor alongside jump capabilities. This mech embodies toughness and agility, mounting a variety of energy weapons, including 2 light lasers, a medium laser, and a long-range high-energy cannon. This augmented range confers a tactical edge to the Lamplighter in battles, enabling it to often engage foes before they can retaliate within their own effective range. The Paladin takes on the role of fortified resilience rather than agility, serving as a heavily armored mid-range mech commonly deployed for sentry and guard duties. Equipped with a lighter, long-range iteration of the Mach gun, it excels at harassing approaching enemy mechs with sustained fire. As adversaries draw nearer, the Paladin unveils its heavy laser and a formidable 12-shot rocket launcher. These potent armaments deliver substantial impact in mid-range combat, making the Paladin a force to be reckoned with in the heat of battle. Lastly, the Guardian assumes the role of a mid-range harasser. Equipped with a heavy laser and a 6-shot missile launcher, this jump-capable mech excels at harassing adversaries from a distance before committing to selective engagements. While its armor might not match that of the Paladin, the Guardian's reputation as a formidable combatant is well-deserved. Its enhanced maneuverability, thanks to its jump capabilities, enables the Guardian to expertly exploit terrain and environmental advantages that other non-jump capable mechs struggle to match. Among the heavy mechs, the Sovereignty showcases iconic designs such as the Great Sword, Monarch, and Olympian. Clad in heavy armor and equipped with 4 light Mach guns, the Great Sword stands as a long-range bombardment mech, adept at unleashing sustained barrages of firepower against unsuspecting adversaries. Complementing its long-range capabilities, the Great Sword is armed with 2 heavy lasers that prove invaluable in mid-range encounters, providing it with a potent offensive capability even as opponents draw near. The Monarch stands as yet another iconic Sovereignty mech, boasting a formidable presence on the battlefield. Equipped with dual 6-shot missile launchers and additional ammunition for each, the Monarch possesses the capability to unleash devastating and relentless bombardments, wreaking havoc upon any unfortunate enemy detected by its sensors. In a manner reminiscent of the Great Sword, the Monarch is armed with 2 heavy lasers, granting it limited but potent mid-range combat capabilities, delivering a substantial impact within that range. Despite its substantial armor, the Monarch maintains jets granting it jump capabilities, resulting in remarkable battlefield maneuverability unusual for a mech of its size, further contributing to its renowned reputation. Finally, the Olympian asserts itself as the paramount mech of the Sovereignty's arsenal. This imposing machine incorporates a diverse array of weaponry, rendering it adaptable to various roles in the heat of combat. Its armaments comprise a heavy Mach gun, a long-range high-energy cannon, a 6-shot missile launcher, and 2 medium lasers. Notably, the Olympian places a strong emphasis on employing the most substantial and weighty armaments available to the Sovereignty. This design philosophy bestows upon it a formidable striking capability in the midst of conflict, particularly excelling in engagements spanning from long to mid-range distances. These are just a sample of the mechs fielded by the Sovereignty. There are many more to discover, and better yet, many options to customize and build the mechs that suit your mercenary unit. Mercenaries aligned with the Sovereignty are offered lucrative contracts, yet the responsibility of covering deployment expenses falls on their shoulders. This adaptable arrangement empowers mercenaries to economize on chosen deployments, reducing deployments on lighter missions and keeping more profits for themselves, though extended missions can lead to rising costs. When costs do exceed expectations, the Sovereignty, in their characteristic style, dismisses any discussion about these logistical details. A common adage among mercenaries regarding the Sovereignty is beware the golden hand. While they might shower mercs with wealth to secure their contract, managing the intricacies of battlefield logistics remains solely the mercenary's duty. Should costs exceed initial estimates, there is no recourse. In the Sovereignty's own words, we do not renegotiate. Guys, I hope this video has gotten you excited about the next demo that's just around the corner. And I just want to remind you guys that if you were to decide to help support Metal Mercs, I would be extremely grateful. You can either support Metal Mercs through a one-time PayPal donation, or you could sign up to become a Patreon member. Patrons receive special early access to demos and builds, and they even receive preview builds and other special access to different features and content that I'm working on in the game. All of your support really helps give me the funds I need to hire artists and other people to help further improve Metal Mercs and make it the game that I think we all want it to be. So, if you are able to do so, and if this game has given you joy, it would mean a ton to me if you would sign up on Patreon to help officially support the game. Other than that, don't forget about the live stream. Again, it will be Friday, September 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you can all make it there, but otherwise, just like before, the new demo will release for patrons and those who've made a one-time donation of $15 or more shortly after the live stream, and then about a week later it'll go public for everyone else. So one way or another, you'll get to play the new demo very soon, and once again, hope to see you at the live stream. Thanks everybody!